So 31 years ago, this awesomeness that you see before you today was born. Yes, today is my 31st birthday, and I'm very thankful to God that I'm still alive after all these years. I'm still very thankful to the fact that I'm living to have a very awesome life. And what I wanted to do today as a special gift to myself and to all my viewers out there is that I wanted to go ahead and reveal my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And I don't really per se have a favorite movie. It's just the fact that I have so many in general that I wanted to go ahead and take in the chance, this opportunity to do this. And so it took me some time to develop this top 10 list, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. And you don't have to agree with it because everybody has their different perspectives on different sort of films. So this is my personal one. If you guys want to post your personal top 10 list, you can always do that in the comment section in the bottom, and we can always have an awesome conversation regarding towards it. You can also find me. I'm on both Facebook and on YouTube, and including Snapchat as well. Just look up at Awesome Joe, and you'll be able to find me and watch the videos and share your opinions based off of that, of any movie that I'm reviewing or any movie in general. So let's go ahead and get started here with my top 10 list, starting off at number 10. So starting off at number 10, it's Meet Joe Black. This is a very beautiful movie. I really enjoyed this movie from beginning to end. And this movie, if you're not aware of what it's all about, we have Anthony Hopkins, who stars as this rich billionaire who is at a crisis of getting a heart attack, and we get Brad Pitt coming into the picture, who is Death himself, but is introduced as Joe Black, and he proposes a deal with Anthony Hopkins' character to keep him alive a little bit longer if he gives him the opportunity to explore the world a little bit before his time ending. And then he meets this very beautiful woman who happens to be Anthony Hopkins' daughter. And it's a very beautiful movie. I love this movie so much. I am so entertained by it through and through. If you guys haven't watched this movie, you go ahead and watch it. It's a great movie. It's a lot of fun. It's not a movie that most people would understand completely, but just to having to look at it at a deeper perspective, it is a beautiful movie. So I'm very happy that it's at my top 10 list and being at number 10. So let's go ahead and jump off to number 9. Number 9 is Kill Bill Volume 2. I enjoy Quentin Tarantino movies so much, and I enjoyed the first Kill Bill that I even loved the second one so much more. It's an epic conclusion to this two-chapter movie franchise, and if you're not aware of what Kill Bill is all about, it's about Uma Thurman's character named the Bride, and she's on a seeking streak into having to find the man who happens to be her ex-lover, who she's seeking revenge on for murdering everyone that she loves dearly within her wedding day. It's a great, awesome franchise. Go watch Volume 1 and then watch Volume 2. It's a great two-part movie. If you guys haven't watched it, watch it. And I'm very happy for it to being at my number 9 spot. So let's go ahead and jump off to number 8. At number 8 is Oblivion. I'm a huge Tom Cruise fan, and I love the majority of all of his movies. And gun to the head, if I had to pick one, the most obvious one that I would love to watch a lot is Oblivion. It's a great movie that stars Tom Cruise, and we got Morgan Freeman into the mix. We all love Morgan Freeman, great, awesome actor. And it's just an exploration of the aftermath of Earth after an alien invasion. So, and there's so many twists and turns and question marks throughout the movie that gets you wanting more, and many explanations that put you at surprise. So I love this movie so much. Oblivion, great movie. Go and watch it. If you guys haven't watched it, or if you have your different opinion based off of the movie, leave a comment in the bottom, and we can have an awesome conversation regarding towards this movie. So I'm very happy for it to being at my top 10, but I love it more importantly at number 8. So let's go ahead and jump off to number 7. At number 7 is The Time Machine. It is based off of the book of H.G. Wells, and it is a remake from the 1940s original movie, The Time Machine. And it's just about this scientist guy who happens to have invented time travel after the aftermath of his fiance's murder, and tries to do whatever it takes to bring her back to life. But apparently he's not able to, and so he goes further into the future to find the answers as to why time travel is not possible, why you cannot change the past. And it's such an excellent movie. I had a lot of fun with this. I love science fiction and especially time travel movies. It's such an awesome movie. I love this movie through and through, so which is why I chose it to be at my number 7. So let's go ahead and jump off to number 6 now. Number 6 is The Prince of Egypt, my favorite animated movie of all time, based off of one of my favorite books of the Bible, Exodus. And if you guys don't know about this in particular story, it's about Moses, who happens to have lived through royalty, but discovers that he is a Hebrew, which is one of the slaves of Egypt. And so he wanders off into the desert and stumbles across God himself, and gives him a mission to go back to Egypt and free the rest of the slaves from slavery into freedom. So it's an awesome movie. I love all the songs, the music within the movie. It's such a great inspirational movie. I was debating whether if I was going to choose either between The Prince of Egypt or The Lion King, because they're both really great, excellent animated movies, my two favorite ones. But if I had to choose one of the both, it would have to have been The Prince of Egypt. Great movie. I love the original 10 Commandments with Charlton Heston, but this version is one of my by far favorites. So that's why I picked it at number 6. So let's go ahead and go off to number 5. Y'all knew evidently down the road I was going to pick a Star Wars movies, which is why I picked Return of the Jedi at number 5. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the original Star Wars movie, I enjoyed The Empire Strikes Back, but I love Return of the Jedi because Return of the Jedi is an epic conclusion to this climactic trilogy, and I love the aftermath of everything that occurred within the Empire Strikes Back film. So I love this movie. It's a great movie. It's just such a perfect ending to this great trilogy, and I love all the other Star Wars movies based off after that, but nothing beats more better than Return of the Jedi. So that's why I picked it at my number 5. So let's go ahead and go off to number 4. One of my very favorite Marvel movies of all time at number 4 is X-Men Days of Future Past. This movie, it was just perfect through and through from beginning to end. The most anticipated movie that I enjoyed so much within the summer of 2014. I love the fact of having to see the original cast from the first trilogy and the first class cast come together within this movie. Having to see Hugh Jackman portray his character of Wolverine, going into the past, into the 1970s, and explore this new cast of the X-Men that we are growing to enjoy very much. And it's such an awesome movie. Like I said, I love time travel movies, and this is a time travel movie, and it's such an amazing flick. I had so much fun. One of my favorite superhero movies of all time. That's why I picked it to be at number 4. So let's go ahead. We got 3 more to go, so let's go ahead and jump off to number 3. Now, most people won't be fond of this franchise, but I love Pirates of the Caribbean, which is why it's at my number 3. And my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie is none other than At World's End. It's such an epic movie. Like I said, I love climactic conclusions to an epic trilogy, and this is one of my personal favorites. I love the character of Jack Sparrow. I love what Johnny Depp does with the character. I love all the other characters that are portrayed within the movie and within the whole entire franchise itself, but none other than this movie right here itself alone is one of my, by far, the best, my most favorite movies that I love to watch within the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. So, which is why I picked it at number 3. So 2 more left. Let's go ahead and get it rolling here, guys. So speaking of epic trilogies, nothing beats The Lord of the Rings at number 2 of the Return of the King. I love Fellowship of the Ring. I love The Two Towers, but Return of the King is by far my most favorite because, like I said before, I love epic conclusions to a dramatic trilogy. It's so huge, it's so amazing. The battle sequences, the CGI, the character developments, the way the story is being portrayed, it's just so amazing. It's one of the longest movies ever made, and it's so amazing from beginning to end. I love every single one of these characters, and I remember when I watched this movie in the theaters, I literally cried because I cared about these characters so much. I never cared about a group of characters within a movie more importantly than I did with this franchise. So that's why I have it at number 2. But there's one in particular, one that really got me into going, which is why I picked it at number 1. So I know what you guys are asking yourselves. He's a Batman fan, so Batman's got to be at number one, and you are absolutely correct. But you were wondering which one. There are so many Batman movies out there right now that I had some trouble trying to find out which one I admired the most. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed The Dark Knight. I enjoyed Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, but I did enjoy a lot more of Tom Hardy portraying the character Bane, and Anne Hathaway portraying Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. So it's such an amazing movie, excellent franchise. I had a lot of fun with this movie. It's I guess by far my most favorite Batman movie of all time, because I love the fact that we get to see Christian Bale portray both of these characters, but being one character at one time, because the majority of the film all you see is Bruce Wayne, but really it's not Bruce Wayne. It's pretty much Batman, just without the cowl, the suit, and the cape, you know. So it's such an excellent movie. Not a lot of people are very fond of this one, because everyone did enjoy the Dark Knight movie, but I believe to myself that the Dark Knight Rises is such an excellent movie. I love the fight between Bane and Batman, and the way and how Bane just breaks his back just right off the comics. It's such an amazing movie. I had a lot of fun with this. So awesome. If you guys have a different opinion based off of this movie, let's go ahead and have an awesome conversation regarding towards this, because I would love to talk a lot about The Dark Knight Rises. So that's my number one, and then that concludes my top 10 list of my favorite movies of all time. So once again, happy birthday to me, and thank you guys so much for taking in the time of your day to watching my video. You guys are such a huge inspiration to me into doing this. It's a great personal hobby of mine that I love to share with all of you, and you guys are so great. If you guys haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, go right ahead and do that, and if you guys haven't, go ahead and like my videos. Watch me on Snapchat. I do a lot of stuff, good stuff regarding towards movies on there, and thank you guys so much, and as always, stay awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.